Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Command Center, where we like to put our favorite commander, maybe even yours, front and center. And you know we can't do that unless we play those three magical letters, EDH. What does it stand for today, Hado Ken?
Man, I'm getting kind of tired of telling people this, man, but you should know by now. It stands for extravagantly displaying hard work. You know, it's a lot of bunker cards out there that we talk about that's just straight busted and should be banned. But you know what we don't talk about? The art. Yeah. Some of this art is just wild. I mean, it's so sick. It causes diarrhea and a mild fever. But we need to get into some of these cards. And you know what? We're going to start with the set that just came out, which was
Commander Legends.
Okay, but before we do that, we know we got to give a shout out.
That's right. We always want to introduce and welcome newest patrons to our Mana Squad. And today we are giving a shout out to Scott Quinby.
First of all, Scott, thank you for contributing to the show and, you know, believing in what we do. And because Scott showed us some love, who is his favorite commander?
Favorite commander is Sharoom the Hegemon.
Sharoom, that sounds like a drug thing. That sounds like the DEA is going to come busting in at any moment. And you know what? It's all Said's fault. Said, tell me about this commander.
Yeah, it is probably my fault. I love these colors. It's Esper and 3.
Okay.
So it's a 6-drop Sphinx. But when it enters the battlefield, you can basically put an artifact from your graveyard into play.
Okay, I see how this operates. A lot of flicker effects. I see where you're going with this. Mm-hmm. This sounds like something Said would build. Said, are you Scott?
To be determined.
Okay. Anyway, again, thanks, Scott. But let's get into the nit and the grit of this episode. We're talking about the artist. And of course, this week will be a reoccurring theme. But it's some art that came out in this set. I was like, wow, I don't know how my spirit feels right now. So we're going to give our best selections, not in any order, but our favorite 5 picks. So you want to kick this off?
I'll let you start it off first.
Because I'm going to be right. All right. The first card I want to feature is called Revenant. I know Leo vibes, and it kind of gives me that vibes from the Revenant when Leo got attacked by that bear. Because if you look at the art, you see this ghastly figure approaching a bunny. Mm-hmm. Like it's about to wreck this bunny shop. But then I stopped to think for a second. Wait a second. Look closely. I made, you know, think Men in Black 1. I know some of y'all probably haven't seen that. Men in Black 1. And I'm thinking like Agent J thought, what is this bunny doing in this field? This bunny is asking for that work. As a matter of fact, I think it's this ghost that might be in trouble. This bunny's like, yeah,
waiting for a victim.
I'm waiting for you. Come chase me. I want that action. And then boom. He's sitting in that field, wiping the gravy off his face. But look at it. Like, I want to feature this. It's a creature spirit. Like I said, just look at the art.
It's an interesting interpretation of what could happen.
I'm telling you, what you come see me. This is come see me in this purest form. Yeah. But whatever the artist was thinking, I'm right there with you.
And who was the artist?
The artist of this card was
Chris.
Sorry, thank you. The artist of this card was Chris Cold, which is odd enough that his last name is Cole because that's how it's Sub-Zero. That's what this card makes me feel.
Cold-blooded.
All
right, so that's cool and all.
Okay.
I want to turn our attention to a card that was newly printed, Hans Eriksson.
Okay.
So my dude, he is chilling in the foreground of the picture, just literally smelling the roses, and he just looks all, you know, just. It looks all decadent. It's a nice, clear day. Christmas Day, it looks like. You're yawning.
He looked like he drank eggnog. And if you know me, eggnog is disgusting.
First of all, my man looks like Action Bronson. So big ups on that one, first of all. Second, this card is actually connected to the card you just read.
Okay.
So in the background, you see that? You see Homegirl right here?
I see it.
That's Safi.
Oh, okay. I see.
And Safi, his favorite famous last words are, Hans, run the Lofagorf, or something like that. It's actually it's printed on the Lofagorf. Hans, run. It's the Lofagorf. Safi, Eric's daughter. Last words.
See, if y'all didn't know by now, Said is a lore junkie. So anything dealing with lore, he's all about it. Me, I'm about actual factuals. If it pops out, looks good to me, I'll love it. And let me put a disclaimer. We're not cultured at all. I will eat a cheeseburger over sink just not to use a plate.
First of all, don't listen to that guy. I'm very cultured.
But, you know, some things about some of these cars will speak to even savages like me.
That's true. That's true. And before we get off of Hans, the artist was Ryan Pancoast.
Okay, let's move on to my next pick. My next pick is the skilled animator. First of all, let me point out that he looks like my boy T Freezy. T Freezy over there, ain't that right, T Freezy? But that ain't the point. Look at it. It has this whole mystical vibe to it that I like. This whole, I want to say, like, Beauty and the Beast, everything is coming to life and you can feel it. Like, he has control of his domain. And I love the way that this image looks and what it invokes. It like Harry Potter vibes-ish.
Okay.
And the artist for this is Jason A. Eagle. Jason, you've been doing your thing, man, because this card art is beautiful. I would love to even have this on a mat.
Awesome. So the next card I want to talk about is Siani, Eye of the Storm. So this is a Jin monk, and it's floating in the abyss. Like, there's literally a cyclone around this character. Okay. And it's just sitting in the eye of the storm.
This card is so... I actually got to give you props on this because most of the time you're wrong. This card is so anime. It looks like this Jin just did something so fly that the clouds themselves had to part and give homage.
Reminds me of when Madara summoned the meteor.
Exactly.
and the clouds just had to rip apart.
It's like somebody getting worked on the ground and God is like, let me see. Like, that's how bad he's working his villains, his enemies on the ground. So you know what? I'll give you props for that one.
Yeah, I wish the card was a little bit better, but hey, whatever. But the art is still dope. But this was by Hoinhwa Choi.
All right, for my next card, I'm choosing the Crow of Dark Tidings. First of all, the ominous feel of this card. Like, I get it's kind of simplistic in its design, but the way that the crows are laid out as if they just waiting for some actions. And if you look over in the corner, it's 2 crows over there. You know what that is? An attempted murder. That's right. They know when the body is about to drop.
You made a crow pun.
Shut your mouth. So looking at this, it's like the pathway to hopelessness. Like, all hope is lost, and the feeling that this like it's gothic. It's dreary, and I'm loving it like a McRib.
What is it with the McRib?
It's not good for you, but you take it in anyway.
I suppose. Who was the artist on this one?
And the artist on this card is Shinhwa X. We're gonna post it up here because I'm pretty sure I just butchered it, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So next card I want to talk about it's an oldie, but it's a reprint with new art. This is Swords to Plowshares.
Okay.
So this is just hearing the name Swords to Plowshares, like, in my mind, I can never picture that. But the artist was just so literal in this picture. But even the whole metamorphosis going on within looking at it from left to right and exactly what the card says, like, what more could you ask for?
First of all, this card give me Kyo Kusanagi vibes. And if you don't know who Kyo Kusanagi is, I need you to go find a corner and stand in it. Because when he puts that dirt on you...
Who's Kyo Kusanagi?
Shut your mouth. Oh my... Serious? Oh.
Who are we talking
Marvel versus SNK2? No, don't even want to get into it. But anyway, before Kyo puts that dirt on you, he creates after image so that the world knows what's about to happen to you, what's happening to you, and what had happened to you.
Yeah. Both past, present, and future.
That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I love the shading, the color, everything. It's literally just a knight with the sword drawn back, morphing over to a dude with a hoe. And
you don't know what he want to kill you with.
Yeah, there is actually an anime. We'll get into that by the anime. But the artist for this is Sam Wolfe Connelly.
Nice work, Sam. But I think I got one better for you. It's called Deranged Assistance. This card is amazing because I love the way that the colors kind of bleed into each other. Yeah. I love like the decrepit old man looking like he cooking mystical meth. Like I like whatever dope he cooking in that kitchen, it's gonna kill you. Yeah. Like it's gonna be that stairway to heaven.
This is the Heisenberg of magic.
That's that magic version Heisenberg right there. Either that or he cooking that hillbilly moonshine. But I love it. Like if you look everything about this, it's dirty, it's grungy.
Yeah, it looks like it should be a black card actually.
Yeah, actually, and it tells a story too. Like I'm loving the green mist that gets you involved. If you look at the bottom left, there's skeletons on the ground. Mm-hmm. Probably his past hookups. Well, he was like, "Hey, yo, test this." He's like, "Nah, man, I don't want to try that moon juice." He's like, "Man, just try it now. We haven't seen Carl in 2 days." He's like, "Yo, just try it."
They take a sip, and it's like, oh yeah, Carl's over
there. Go lay down next to him. But the artist for this card is Niels Ham. Niels, you did your thing. And another thing, Niels, Might have to check your basement on this one, homie, because this car's a little too creepy.
So let's brighten things up a little bit. So the number one hated card of Commander Legends is Jeweled Lotus. As hated as it is, you can't deny the awesome artwork that went into this. Like to produce all those sparkles, all those colors, the rainbow effect.
It's like dropping the Skittles on a light bulb. What are you talking about?
Like someone had to paint that, man. It's a
whole. He literally dipped in every color.
It's a whole cathedral in the background with it too.
I'll give you that one.
So yeah, it's looking stained glass. It's not even a stained glass frame, and the way the light is hitting the crystal and the light is reflecting onto the pillow, like that's a lot of detail. So the artist was Alayna Danner, and we got to give you props on this one.
All right, time for my next one. My second to last pick. My next pick is Quain Itinerant Meddler. Sorry for butchering the name.
They couldn't just use normal words for this.
But one thing I love about this card, again, is giving me this whole Alice in Wonderland feel. There's this whole fairy tale vibe that it's giving off. Mm-hmm. Like you can the rabbit has more detail as it's going down the rabbit hole. It's playful. It's colorful. It's bright. I love the way that the bunny looks. Like it's a mythical character, and it also has magical properties as well. The whole scene tells a story as he's like this aberrant mythical creature bouncing through this haunted woods, but can't nobody mess with him. It's like, and he has a Patronus charm too, so I'm loving that too. I love the vibes that this card gives. Mm-hmm. And another thing,
is this the first rabbit card?
I don't think so. Oh. I have to do some research on that.
I'm pretty sure there's one of the old Zodiac cards probably has a rabbit, but I haven't seen a rabbit in a while.
But I love the thinking behind this card. And the artist for this card is Lucas Graciano. And Lucas, sorry, bro, you have to pee in the cup because some of the images that you use to conjure up, this took a little help.
All right, so the last one I want to talk about is probably the other most sought after card from Commander Legends. And this was by an artist we already talked about, Jason Engle. So Jason doing his thing. This is Sakashima of the Thousand Faces. Everything about this card just speaks to me on a level.
Sid has been trying to open this card for the longest, and he has failed.
Yeah,
but I succeeded.
But Sakashima, first of all, you can't see his face. It's hiding in the shadows. You got the blue eye glowing, and the mask is just ever so slightly off the face. It's like you think you can see something, but nah, you can't. And I know you can't, because that's what Sakashima does. He messes with you.
I got Mission Impossible vibes from it.
I got Dragon Scroll vibes from this.
Okay.
But yeah, Jason, you did your thing. You done? Or you got another one?
I have one more.
All right, go for it.
And this one is a little more simpler, and it's the actual land card called Training Center. And I love it because how clean it is. How the detail of it kind of puts me in the thought of the Danger Room in X-Men.
It looks like this might be part of we keep going back to this, but the Wizard set that's coming out.
Yeah, and I kind of get like Pokemon themes from it too. Yeah. So it's a lot of different properties that it's evoking to me. Like I love how it looks like there's this teacher in the middle, like the referee, mm-hmm. and it's like, okay, we're gonna keep you guys separated and then engage. Like the lines are clean, everything about it says. It's just beautiful for what it is. But yeah, like I said, this artwork is beautiful. It invokes, a lot of fantasies, especially from like old series from the past that you watch as a kid. But it's very clean too. And the artist behind this is Daniel L. Sorry, I'm not gonna even try to butcher your last name. I apologize. But from what you've done here, it's borderline masterpiece. So
yeah. So that's all the cards we're going to talk about today. If you want to pick up some of these beautiful artworks, these pieces of art, do so using our affiliate link in the bottom from TCGPLAYER.
TCG, with this pandemic that's been going around, I know a lot of us haven't been able to go to our local LGSs, and because of that, a lot of local game stores have been hurting. But TCG is a way to connect you with your LGSs to make sure that when you get the product that you want and the stores can financially sustain through these hard times. And I know you guys are waiting for us to get back to the tables. We're just taking it one day at a time. But like and subscribe. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for believing.
People have been asking us about the shirts. The shop is actually in the description below. So our link is down there using Teespring.
Oh, not just that. We also have a couple more products that will be launched in the store. So watch out for that at the first of the year. Like I said, thank you guys for joining us on this ride. But until next time,
Artwork.